Medieval torture, more implements invented to cause pain and death. Scaphism, based on an ancient Persian form of torturer's death. A victim is strapped naked and placed inside a boat, barrel or tub, so only the head is exposed. The face is covered in milk and honey, and the victim is also forced to consume the concoction. The mixture causes severe diarrhea. The diarrhea and the milk and honey attract insects that enter the body and lay eggs. The larvae then consume the body from the inside out. Often the victim is refed the mixture several times to prevent a death from dehydration. The death can take weeks as the body becomes gangrenous and the victim eventually dies from septic shock. Impalement. Vlad the Impaler is the most famous of all rulers who used impalement as a form of torture and execution. During the 15th century, victims were forced to sit on a sharpened pole that was then raised upright. Over several days, the victim would slowly slide down the pole as the sharpened end made its way through the body, damaging and tearing at the internal organs. It often took the victim up to 4 days to die. Judas Cradle. The victim is placed naked above a pyramid-shaped stool. Their arms are tethered behind them and their feet are tied together. The pyramid is then forced into the vagina or anus. Death can take days as the victim is hoisted from and then dropped again over the sharpened pyramid. The rack. Consisting of a wooden frame and pulley system, a victim's limbs are tethered to each end of the rack and the ropes are slowly tightened, stretching the body to breaking point. Few people died quickly after being tortured on the rack. The chair, often also known as the Judas chair. The chair was covered in spikes across the back, the seat, the armrest and the stool. The victim was tied into the chair and then the binds were tightened, impaling the victim. The head crusher. The head crusher was used to crush the skull of its victims. Similar screw mechanisms were used for the thumbs, hands and legs. The screws were slowly tightened, crushing the bones and the jaw until the victim died in horrific pain. The piquet. The victim is strung up by a finger, thumb or the wrist. They are lowered onto a small spike on the floor. Balancing on the spike caused pain to the foot, making the victim pull up on the rope with the thumb, causing severe shoulder pain. Many victims were tortured into confessing on the piquet.